Hey guys, it's Hasnat Ali Anjum. So I just wanted to share that the other day I was browsing through the internet for like 3 hours straight, and all of it began with a tiny Google search. I searched up that what keeps most youngsters today in 2024 from chasing their dreams and literally running after them and I just sometimes think that most of the teenagers right now, they have nothing to lose. Even then, a lot of stuff turns out to actually hinder them and resist them and actually keep them from chasing their dreams and literally running after them and hunting them down. That is literally the most important part as well in your life, and something that cannot be compromised upon. So what I found out, to be honest, it was that self-doubt. Self-doubt is something that it's literally the number one reason that keeps most adolescents from running after their dreams, and they actually don't really dive into certain things that they're interested in. Self-doubt is literally the biggest and the most, ridiculous kind of villain that literally keeps you from doing what you like, from doing what you love. And I'm going to actually elaborate certain things, because that 3-hour Google search, it literally turned out to be a whole hell of a research. And I have came up with certain points as well that may help you. I'm going to apply them on myself as well, and I am actually going to let you know as well what those points are. In this video, this has to be worthy enough to watch till end, so let's begin. So first of all, I'd like to tell you that the Journal of Adolescent Research in 2018 posted a report that stated that 75% of adolescents and the teenagers, they report self-doubt as their number one reason that literally hinders them, that keeps them from doing what they love and diving into certain things that they like. Also, in the following year, in 2019, a UK-based organization called the Student Minds posted a report that stated very clearly that 33% of students, that's literally 1 out of 3 students, face self-doubts, and it badly affects their academic platforms and the academic records they have, and every single thing. It ruins their past, and at the same time it hinders their future. So that is something unacceptable. Unacceptable, totally. You're going to hear me out right now. I'm going to let you know certain things, certain steps, the basic steps, to be honest, that you can go for and adopt in order to overcome self-doubt, because it's literally a war between you and your mind, because I believe your mind should be your ally, and I'm going to explain that later in this video as well. Moving on to the first one, recognizing self-doubt. This is the most important part, because if you're not even able to recognize that, if you're not able to perceive that self-doubt is something you're suffering from, then I just don't seem to understand that you can't even proceed. You cannot even go further into actually even acknowledging the fact that self-doubt is something that stops you. Self-doubt is something that you are facing, and you cannot even admit it to yourself. So that's the most important part. You need to recognize that. You need to actually understand that why are you not able to do certain things? Why are you so fearful of what people will think or what people will say about you, or just let alone all the people? You are literally not even having faith in yourself, in anything. Even if you don't have anything to lose, you are not going to start that. You're not going to begin certain things, because you don't know that what is going to happen afterwards. And that is something, self-doubt is literally at its peak. So that is why I would actually advise you to recognize self-doubt. And then number 2, understand its roots. You need to know where it all began. Why would you know what? There's some certain things I actually have faith in, and I believe that as well from the very beginning. I try to relate that with this topic right now. It says that, what I believe is you should not be able to actually go for certain things, and you are not able to even adopt any sort of timetable or schedule that you even design for yourself. That just all begins with a dream. If you're actually going for certain things that you like, if you go for something that you want, if you actually want to achieve something all of it begins with a dream. That's true. All of us agree with that as well. So that may be a major root of self-doubt as well. I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm not trying to manipulate that as well. What I'm trying to say is that if you're not even having a dream, you may not have any self-doubt, to be very clear. So that's why don't take it as a root, and don't actually try to hinder your dreams. Don't actually try to hinder and resist your dreams from coming inside of you, because they may be a route to self-doubt, but they are also a route to success. So that's why that's literally the number one thing. Also, I would actually suggest you to look into your own environment, your own schedule and your daily routine, that actually there must be certain things that literally hinder you and that they just embrace your self-doubt. There has to be a lot of things, because it's different from different persons, so it may vary as well. For example, for me, I don't even look upon in my entire routine, and that's literally what hinders, and that's literally what embraces my self-doubt, and I clearly admit that as well. Because if you're able to look upon things, if you're able to focus on things, then only then you can embrace self-doubt as well. Only then you can recognize its roots. And now here's the third and possibly the most important part. You have to transform all of that, and you have to literally manipulate yourself into thinking that all of it is something positive. I mean, okay, let me just explain to you very, very clearly that if you're able to replace all the negative thoughts inside of your mind with positive thoughts, my dear, you can literally guarantee that you will get positive results. So that was the number third and the most important point, that you need to replace all of that. You need to learn to actually challenge yourself to replace that, because that's not easy. Now moving on to the fourth one, self-awareness. Self-awareness is something that you need to actually build. You need to literally, not only for this, you need your self-awareness. You need to be aware of your own strengths, your own weaknesses, your own pros and cons. You need to know what you're good at, and you need to know what you suck at as well. That's very important, because if you're actually able to know what you are, for example, what you're good at, then I think there's nothing better than you and your improvement report that you actually give to yourself in the end of the day. So that is the best thing ever. If you're able to be aware of what's happening around you, and at the same time what's happening inside of you, what you are good at, what important is to actually embrace certain things that you are good at and improve them and make them better. You cannot achieve perfection, right? That's something very, very understandable, fathomable as well. So just improve that to a maximum extent. That should actually help you. And next point should be embracing failure, because that is also one of the most important things you need to do, and also the most important parts as well. Because if you're able to make sure what you are good at, and if you're able to embrace your strengths, if you're able to acknowledge what you need to do and what you are good at doing as well, then you may not be able to actually excel in that every single time, because failure is a part of success, right? Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is a part of success. So that's why you need to embrace failure. You need to actually believe and acknowledge that failure needs to be a part of your daily routine as well. All of it was about just altering and changing your daily schedule, and you need to work on certain things, and all of these things are something that you need to work on. So the last but not least, that is something you would actually happily do. You would easily do that, and I think this is something opposed by many other influencers and many other people as well. But I just sometimes find myself so much aligned to the sixth point, and that is celebrating your success, no matter how small, no matter how big. That is something you need to celebrate and acknowledge, and you need to actually understand that if you're able to do something better day by day, even that betterment is not of a great extent. So that should not make a difference. What should actually make a difference is that you are improving. I mean, the fact that you're improving, that says it all. And even if other people are just mocking your success, that it's tiny success, success is not related to the actual extent of your improvement. No, if you're being improved every single day, that is success as a whole. I mean, you need to actually look at it as a broad brand, and you don't actually need to understand that why are you not excelling like anybody else is doing. So don't compare yourself with anyone. Just acknowledge every single thing that you do, acknowledge every small improvement that you're making every single day, and that would be enough. You will get very, very far with that. I would say that self-doubt is like a silent assassin that could cast a long shadow on the path of your success. So what you need to do is to actually embrace the thing, and you need to just get rid of it. That was all for today. Make sure to subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. Wait for my next video to stay updated. Thank you very much.